Imagine if you were born into a fate of living in the shadows. You have a force strikes against you when you take your first breath. You are poor, you are a girl, you live in a rural village, and you are a Mayan. You are an afterthought. By the time you are 18, you are 5 times more likely to be a mother than a high school graduate, and only 1% of your peers will enroll in university. Guatemala has one of the worst gender equality gaps in all of Americas. It is a country full of potential, but is confronted with many threats: poverty, corruption, mass migration. How can a country even begin to overcome these massive challenges when the potential of millions of citizens and the solution they could share remain trapped in the shadows?
No soy el problema, soy la solución.
We know that almost every measure of development improves exponentially when more girls go to the school and participate fully in society. The economy grows, the environment is cleaner, children are healthier, the world is safer. Changing fate and escaping the shadows requires a bold new trajectory. That is why we in MAIA call our students girl pioneers. We find the girls and the families who have the courage and grit to challenge the status quo. We exist to connect their talents with the opportunities that will transform their community and our world. This begins with the MAIA Impact School.
Hola a todas y a todos. My name is Vilma Saloj. You may recognize my voice from the video you just watched. I am a MAIA Kakchiquel woman and the principal of the MAIA Impact School. It is my pleasure to introduce you Aura Marina, the girl pioneer who saw in the video and one of our 236 students. Aura?
Hello, my name is Aura Marina, and it is an honor to be here with you. I want to thank you for joining us today.
The MAIA Impact School is the first school in Central America designed by Indigenous women for Indigenous girls, but it is so much more than a school. MAIA has a bold vision of world where women empower women, and together we design a new future with equity and opportunity for all. In Guatemala, we redefining what it means to be a school. We incorporate rigorous academics, socio-emotional development, and family engagement with a focus on 21st century competencies. We are bolstering a generation of young women like Aura to become transformational leaders. At MAIA, girl pioneers are learning 3 languages. They are MAIA Kakchiquel language, Spanish, and English.
My classmates and our future politicians, journalists, educators, and scientists. We will be the voices of our communities.
Aura Marina and her classmates are not alone on this bold journey. They have a network of mentors, educators, family members, especially their mothers, who are supporting them every step of the way.
Gracias, Vilma and Aura Marina, for sharing more about MAIA's inspirational and powerful work. Hello, my name is Maritza, and I'm the Director of Development for MAIA. We have invited all of you tonight To hear directly from Vilma and the Girl Pioneers about the impact of investing in girls, and of course, to celebrate the launch of the Nïm Mamá Scholarship Fund. We will explore the spirit of the scholarship and celebrate the transformational power of las mamás, our mothers, and the women who stepped into that role. Nïm Mamá is not about one individual. It's about a collective of all of us, transcending borders and creating a generation of leaders and change makers for a better future. Just as a reminder, we will be answering your questions towards the end of the event. So please feel free to be adding questions in our Q&A box, and we will get to them later on. Now, it is my honor to introduce you to a girl pioneer who is already a leader in her community. Her name is Claudia Marisol, and she will share a very personal and moving story on how her mother helped her turn fear into strength. Welcome, Claudia Marisol.
Thank you, Maritza. Hello, everyone. My name is Marisol. I am 17 years old. I am a pioneer of MAIA Impact School. My biggest dream is to be a lawyer because I want to be an example to other women, young women, and girls of my community. I am excited to stay here, to share my story, my mom's story, my community woman's story, and it's an honor to share.
Todo lo que me trajo hasta acá. A las 3 de la madrugada sonaba la alarma. Mi hermana mayor se levantó primero, entramos en la cocina y mamá ya estaba ahí sentada. Preparando la masa, la mezclaba con agua fría, moviendo lentamente con sus manos. Ya tenía listos los frijoles para hacer los tayuyos. La plancha ya estaba caliente, nos colocamos alrededor y empezamos a tortear. Pasó una hora y otra, yo estaba muy cansada, pero al ver a mamá tomando la masa, la pasaba de una mano a otra hasta que quedara redonda. El agua que pasaba a su frente y el fuego tocaba sus brazos hasta ponerlos rojos y no le importaba. Ella se hacía más fuerte. A mamá le gustaba participar. Iba a un lugar a otro con las mujeres de la comunidad. Ellos iban a la casa de la señora Mercedes, líder, aliada y emprendedora. Cada vez que regresa, trae algo nuevo, shampoo, panes y churros, todo hechos por ella misma. Ella nos explicaba lo que aprendía. Yo me emocionaba y tenía ganas de participar con ellas. Un día vino a casa acompañada de hilos y telas. La recuerdo metiendo, sacando y metiendo hilos. Sus ojos desgastados, su espalda dolorida, pero ella siguió con su tejido. Un día cuando llegó a casa nos reunimos para admirar su diploma. Yo la miraba con ojos de orgullo, pero ella no estaba bien. ¿Le dolía algo? ¿Estaba cansado por el viaje? Tal vez es porque cuando ella era pequeña solo terminó sexto primaria. Tuvo que trabajar para ayudar a su familia. Ella, la segunda hija, y su obligación es aportar dinero. Esta experiencia fue distinta. Estaba rodeado por diputados, maestros y gente con corbata y bien encapuchados. Se sentía intimidada porque no podía hablar mucho en español. Las otras mujeres estaban igual, pero entre ellas se infundieron valor y con firmeza se dirigieron hacia esas personas a agradecer. Aquí estoy yo, con 17 años, fundando un proyecto. No me esperaba liderar talleres dirigidos a las madres de la comunidad. Fui de casa a casa buscando a personas que estuvieran interesadas. Caminé por los rincones de la comunidad y encontré casas escondidas de lámina, adobe y madera, pero llenas de flores que coloreaban las casas. Toqué muchas puertas. En una abrió una madre soltera, día a día agachada con una hija en la espalda, siempre lavando ropa con una palangana y jabón como armas. Seguí caminando. El aullido de un perro me recibió. Salió una señora con una enorme sonrisa, pero cuando su esposo se acercó, la sonrisa se desvaneció. Seguí con mi viaje. Encontré a una mujer arrodillada tejiendo. Sus manos frágiles tomaban el hilo y formaba pájaros de colores, pero ella tenía una sombra. Un hombre de lejos la miraba. ¿El miedo fue mi enemigo? Sí, el miedo rodeó mis manos de un lazo invisible, pero mamá me lo quitó y me dio su voz. Los talleres empezaron. Cuando llegaron, las mamás se miraron diferentes. Reían, levantaban la mano y se sentían libres. Yo estaba feliz porque mamá estaba entre ellas. Cuando plantaban en sus manos tenían poder. Las semillas eran armas que las hizo guerreras para luchar por sus hijos sanos y saludables. Agradecimiento, no podía ser valiente sin mi mamá, doña Mercedes y las madres que aún tienen miedo.
Gracias, Claudia Marisol, for such a beautiful and powerful story. And I imagine that we can all connect at some level with Claudia Marisol's story, how our mothers inspired us. They gave us strength to pursue our dreams. And just as each of your mothers empowered you to become the person that you are today, you can also empower a generation of young women, the MAIA Girl Pioneers. To get to know a bit more about who these courageous young women are, I would like to invite Vilma back to the screen and three young girl pioneers for a panel discussion.
Thank you, Maritza. I'm excited to facilitate the conversation and for you all to hear directly from the girl pioneers. I would like to start by inviting them to introduce themselves. Please share your name, your grade level, and your biggest dream. I want to start with you, Jessica.
Hello everyone, my name is Jessica Maria. I am in 11th grade and my biggest dream is to be a dentist and have a clinic in my community to help the people who need support.
Linda?
Hi everyone, my name is Linda. I am in 11th grade and my biggest dream is to be a sociologist because I want to learn more about history and society reality of Guatemala and teach those knowledge to a lot of people to make a big change in my community. Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. Esther?
Hi everyone, my name is Esther. I am in 11th grade and my biggest dream is to be a political scientist to help and transform my community.
I love hear your big dream because it makes me think of a better future for everyone. Let's start this discussion by exploring what it means to be a girl pioneer. Maybe in Guatemala, many girls don't know what it means, girl pioneer. I want to start with you.
Thank you, Vilma. For me, to be a girl pioneer means to be a girl with initiative to start make little changes that will have a big impact. And we can see these girls who are studying for a better future and a girl that thinks that empowering herself means creating a change in her community. Being a girl pioneer means to give the first steps of a new beginning, of a renewed life, of a different future. And Jessica, what do you think about the question?
Thank you, Lincoln. For me, to be a girl pioneer is to be a voice for many girls who don't have the opportunity to receive an education and change their future. I am fortunate to have the opportunity to study. And as a girl pioneer, I can change the future of other girls. I have the big responsibility to transform my family, my community, and the world. Being a girl pioneer means a leadership because MAIA has touched me that I have the power to guide my own life and be a leader for many people. As an indigenous woman, I can demonstrate what I am of. Esther, what do you think?
Thank you. I think that to be a girl pioneer means to be a girl doing many things by the first time, like leading in her family, empowering herself, and impacting her community. This is a responsibility too, because we are creating and changing our own future. That's why we need to be as critical and excellent as possible.
Thank you so much for sharing with us what it means to be a Maya girl pioneer. I imagine that many of you who are watching can connect to these terms because you also have overcome obstacles, lead change, and are creating space for the next generation. Ladies, can you please share with think are uniquely equipped to have a positive impact on the world? I want to start with you, Jessica.
Thank you, Vilma. I think women have a positive impact on the world because they are problem solvers, and that a small action can create a big impact in the world. Women always discover solutions to problems. One thing that I admire about women is that they are fair because a mother treats her children equally. She never classifies her children by being male or female. I think if we had more feminist authorities, we will have a very different world because they have the power to do many things, like give education to every child in the world. What do you think, Esther?
I really like what you said. And I would like to add that I think a woman is capable because she is full of love and empathy. She is brave and she always works hard for what she needs. Women are the solution. They just need access to opportunities to develop their talent and apply it in their communities.
Wow, when I hearing you girls, I imagine the words led by women. Like, for example, the advice, the power, the capacity, like your grandmother, your mother, you, and the next generation make a better world for all. Thank you so much for that thought, thoughts or thinking. Thank you. Linda, what do you think?
Thank you, Vilma. I really agree with my classmates. Like Esther says, women are the solution, and I believe in women that women are uniquely and equipped to have a positive impact in the world. And we already have creative and many abilities, and we have the capacity to create innovations, to be leaders in our communities. We have the potential, but around the world, many girls and women are silenced by ideologies and taboos, and those things limit us to demonstrate what we are made of.
Thank you, Linda. When you say the girls just need access to opportunities, these phrases touch my heart because the girls have the capacity. They just need the opportunity to learn, grow, and lead. And all of us who are here tonight can be part of creating that access right now. Okay, let's keep going. Each of you are a role models for girls in your communities and all over the world. What would you say to a girl in your community about education? I would like to hear you, Esther.
I would say to girls that every one of us deserves an education and not a common education, that we need a quality education. Also, I would say that education doesn't have to be an obligation because this is a tool. We need to be in love and enjoy the process of learning because education transforms us and saves our lives. What would you like to say to girls, Linda?
Thank you, Esther. I would like to say that education it's really important, and a lot of people say that it's important, but we don't know why. I think that is because when we study, we are open to new knowledge. Education is like the basis of making change in us and in other person too. Sometimes homework is stressful, and there will be moments that you will like to quit and study, but remember that your knowledge it's going to be a tool in your life, and that's why education is really important. What do you think about this question, Jessica?
Uh, Thank you, Linda. I agree. It is true. Sometimes homework is stressful, but we need to keep studying because it can change our lives and the lives of others. I consider myself a role model for girls in my community, and I teach other girls that education is very important. If I have an opportunity to speak with a girl in my community, I will tell her that women are able and supportive in the lives of others. Then I will tell her about the value of education, because if a girl study, she can get a lot of knowledge that could apply in different spaces in her life and could change her life.
This is great. You are bringing me back to when I was 15 years old. I love these answers because you bring hope to girls of all ages. Thank you. Okay, next question. I want to ask, what global challenge would you like to see addressed, and how would it impact you and your community? Jessica.
Thank you, Vilma. A global challenge I would like to see others is that we indigenous women have fewer opportunities for academic growth. Where I live in Solola, there are only two public schools, and the even public schools have costs. Many girls in my community want to study, but their parents can't pay, so they don't get to continue their education. All girls have the ability to learn, but if they don't have the necessary tools like a computer or laptop or internet, and they don't have access to school, they can't learn. This also a challenge for me. I want to improve my English and learn French, but without access to the tools, I need to keep learning. I won't be able to achieve my goals. Linda, what challenge would you like to see others?
Thank you, Jessica. For me, the environment education it's really important because when I was a child, my grandmother told me the importance of the water, the trees, and the wind, the fire. She told me that they have life, and that's why we have to take care of them. So I connect my grandma words with the climate change that we are living in and we are seeing, and that's why the global change that I want to see addressed is that the humans have more like solidarity and respect for the environment. And why do I say this? Because I live near the Inter-American Highway and I always see a lot of trash on the sides of the streets, and I don't like to see that. And that's why for me, have a environment education, it's really important. What do you think about the question, Esther?
There are many global challenges we want to solve. We can talk about the environment or access to education, both of which are very important. But the global challenge I would like to see addressed in my community is gender inequality. I think that we need to be informed. If gender inequality is addressed, many people will be aware of their rights and they will ask for them. The impact on me will be positive because I dream of a society free of violence. If we improve gender inequality in our community, I would have more work to do and the resources to work with. So I would love it.
Thank you, girls. And now let's take a moment. Those of you who are watching, think about the challenge you want to see addressed, and consider how girls' education and empowerment could be a powerful force for change. Thank you. Together, we can do this. Before we end this panel, I want to bring us back to the reason we are here today. We are honoring our Nïm Mamás, celebrating their transformational power and expressing gratitude for them. The next question, how your has supported you and encouraged you to achieve your goals. I want to hear you, Linda.
Thank you, Vilma. First of all, my mom's name is Maria. She is a strong and hardworking woman because she has worked a lot to support my siblings and me to continue studying. And she is really understanding because she tells me that studying it's not easy, and that's why she gives me time to do my homework. She also have encouraged me a lot. My mom wants to see me happy with a job in the future and with my goals achieved. Jessica, I want to hear you. Thank you, Linda. In my case, my mother always helped me to achieve my goals. She tells me about the importance of education, and she always gives me advice to have a good future because she knows what is the best for me. For example, she doesn't give me a cell phone because she considers that it isn't a necessary thing in my life. She encouraged me to continue learning English because she knows it is good for my life. She always searches for me opportunities. For example, she asks about other scholarship to continue improving my English in different spaces because she wants me to have a different life than her. What do you think, Esther?
I agree with what you both said. Our moms are great support for us. They encourage us to study and to achieve our dreams because they are not only our dreams belong to our mothers too. My mom has supported me by showing me that every day we can be better people. She is a model of courage, love, empathy, and perseverance. She inspires me and listening to me. She's the greatest help that I can have. Also, she believes in me and trusts in my decision. So she doesn't stop me. Instead, she gives me love and energy.
Thank you, Nïm Mamás, for supporting us and making us who we are. This is such a special moment. If you could say a thank you to your mother, what would you to say to her? I want to start with you, Esther.
Thank you. If I had my mother here, I would say to her, thank you for being strong and patient with me. I love to see your smile. I wish your smile could be eternal because it's warm, but I know that you fight every day and it's okay if you cry. So thank you for being my model and show me that anything is possible if someone is listening to you when you feel broken. Thank you. I believe in you just like the way you taught me to believe in me.
Thank you. Thank you so much for those warm words. Jessica, what would you say to your mother?
Thank you, Vilma. If my mother were here, I will say, thanks for all that you do for me. Thanks for being a role model for me because you never give up. You always stay with me in bad and good moments in my life. Finally, thanks so much for all the advice that you give me every day because that advice helped me to achieve my dreams and to overcome all the obstacles that are presented to me every day. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jessica. I feel a connection to what you say, because my mom has been a role model for me as well. Linda, what message do you have for your mother?
Thank you, Vilma. I know that my mom is not in the activity, but I want to say to her that, Mom, thanks so much for your patience, your advice. Thanks for supporting me during the difficult moments and in the times that I doubt myself and question my path. Your words have helped me to make sense of my life, and your mother's love is very special to continue because it gives me peace and tranquility, and and because of you I'm here continuing my studies to achieve my goals. Thank you.
Girls, this has been an honor. I'm so proud to know and work with each of you. And I think I speak on behalf of everyone who is watching when I say your mother have raised you to be valiant young women. And I can't wait to see the impact you ignite in our world. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda, Jessica, Esther, for sharing your thoughts. And I have to say, I echo Vilma's sentiments when she said that, your responses give us hope. I can imagine a better future, a future where equity and inclusion, are the norm. As leaders, you will face many challenges, but don't forget that you have a strong network of support standing right there next to you. You have your MAIA educators, you have your MAIA mentors, and especially your mothers. So thank you for that, thought-provoking discussion. Now, before we start winding down the event, and get to the audience questions, I would like to invite one more girl pioneer, Maribel, and you will have the pleasure of listening to another beautiful story. She prepared a story about how her mother fought for her so that she could continue her education. Maribel, welcome.
Hi everyone, I am Maribel and I am in 11th grade at MAIA Impact School. My biggest dream is to be a doctor to support my community and also my country. I was prepared this story for you. I was preparing for honor of my mother. Thank you.
Era junio del 2017. Me levanté. Llegando a la cocina, vi a mi mamá sentada junto a la plancha, preparando tortillas de maíz amarillo. El café estaba hirviendo y tenía olor a hogar. Mi mamá me dio huevos con tomate picante para después ir a la escuela. Saliendo de mi casa, recordé que era un día de mercado, mis vecinas paradas a la orilla de la carretera, listas para ir a hacer las compras para la casa. Había mucho viento y los árboles y las milpas se movían de un lado al otro. Volteé para atrás. Mi casa hecha de adobe parecía un pequeño barco en un mar lleno de milpas. Mientras yo iba a la escuela, mamá se quedaba urdiendo para ganar algunos centavos y así a cubrir las necesidades. Mi papá se enfermó y necesitaba cirugía. Él dejó de trabajar. Mamá asumió más responsabilidades. Hacía doble de trabajo, urdía de día y de noche. Además de los quehaceres en la casa, lavaba, cocinaba, barría. A mis 12 años aprendí mi realidad. Decidí no estudiar. Me sentía mal porque tenía grandes metas. A mi mamá le contaba todo y cuando le dije que ella no iba a estudiar, ella no lo aceptó. Ella me dijo que quería lo mejor para mí. Me siguió animando, pero no había mucho que hacer. Yo la miraba a ella, que se levantaba más temprano para comenzar temprano el trabajo. Ella llegó a urdir 5 huipiles en un día. Se estaba sacrificando para que todo saliera adelante, pero no era suficiente. Un día, cuando fui a la escuela, llegaron 3 mujeres interrumpiendo la clase. La maestra los dejó pasar porque el tema era de interés. Ellas explicaban sobre una beca fuera de la comunidad. Tan contenta regresé a casa, corriendo lo más rápido posible para contarles sobre la beca. Mi mamá lloraba de felicidad porque ella estaba dispuesta a ayudarme. Luchaba y me animaba para que no me rindiera. Mi mamá siempre me apoya, está conmigo en todo momento, aunque ella tenía sus propias necesidades. Juntos buscamos la beca y el dinero que ganábamos lo usamos para los gastos de los requisitos de la papelería. Ella me acompañó al momento de pedir cartas de recomendación con los cocodes, directores de la escuela y los maestros. Y el día llegó. Nos llamaron. Pude estudiar. Ahora que me encuentro en mi 5º año de mi educación, mi mamá se siente muy orgullosa de mí. En la actualidad, ella sigue urdiendo para seguirme ayudando con el transporte.